Hi guys, I just want to share with you some of my original art collection that I have. And this is one of the portfolios. This is the first one I was going to show you. I have like 4 or 5 of them, I think, right now, of original art. So we'll start with this one. This is from Generation X Underground. It's by Jim Mahfood. And when this issue came out, it was just a one shot. They let Jim Mahfood write, draw it, and it's just a cool story. This comes from the short story in it that was a riff on Charlie's Angels. They called it Banshee's Angels. And of course, this is Bishop, and then Jubilee, M, and Husk. And there's Jubilee down here giving Bishop a big wad of money. I just love the writing on this. You won, bad Mama Jama. Yeah, it's Jim. I love Jim Mahfood's art, and to get a page from this, I was so excited when I saw that it was up for sale, and I was lucky enough to get it. Love that. Next up is this page from Amazing Spider-Man, Learning to Crawl by Ramon Perez. Dan Slott was writing it at this time, and this is from Peter's early days. And he was using his the first time he fought this kid, who was a kid in his class actually. He couldn't handle the sound waves, and so he used his smarts to create this device down here to disrupt it so that it wouldn't work, and then he overloads it to break it. But I just liked how they used, Peter's a smart guy, and he used his brain to fix it. And Ramon, I love everything Ramon does, and saw this page was up for sale, so I bought it. This is a Wonderful Wizard of Oz page by Scotty Young. It's got the Tin Woodsman, the Scarecrow, and Dorothy, and the Cowardly Lion at the very bottom. And this is after they got their brains, their heart, and courage. I used to own another page from this, but I traded it to a friend. He was looking for a Scotty Young page, and I had 2, so I thought I'd share the wealth, and so I did. But yeah. Okay, this is a David Mazzucchelli Daredevil page. It's got Matt in most of the panels, Foggy, signed by David on the front and on the back too. And this is Glory, but I love David Mazzucchelli, and I could not believe, I was just searching through the Artist's Choice one day and saw that they had a page from Daredevil by David Mazzucchelli, and I don't think I could have put my email in fast enough to get it in. I was lucky enough to grab it. So, and there's not that many Mazzucchelli pages out there, just because he started inking himself after a while, and so he got to keep all the pages. The reason I was able to get this page is because I believe there's 2 inkers credited on this book. I think this is Pat Redding that inked this, but so yeah, I got a Daredevil Mazzucchelli page. And of course, this one is a John Romita Jr. Spider-Man page. I love that opening panel right up there with Spider-Man using his belt light to flash at Morbius, the living vampire. And down here is Mary Jane trying to get across town or through town, and these guys are protecting the neighborhood and they're not letting her get by. But yeah, I love John Romita Jr. And this panel, I saw this and I just loved it. And that Morbius panel, amazing. John is an amazing artist. Next up is a Jimmy Chang, You're the Villain page of art. This was from the storyline that Lex Luthor finds he's the child. He's not a human. He's a different kind of person. Perpetua, I believe. But yeah, Captain Adam's there trying to tell him to surrender, and Lex just detonates a bomb and blows himself up so he could advance to his next evolution. I used to have a Jimmy Chang art from as X-Force when he worked on X-Force. It was after Adam Polina left. But I traded that for a different page later on. But yeah, Jimmy Chang, You're the Villain, Death of Lex Luthor. Next up is this House of M page by Olivia Coppel. And this is in the last issue of House of M, the miniseries, where they went to an alternate reality with mutants in control, and Wanda, after she is losing, she makes the spell that says no more mutants. And this is Emma waking up after they all woke up after that alternate universe was ended, and she goes and runs to Cerebra to make sure to see if what happened. And there's the rest of the X-Men walking in there too. And that's when she realizes there's only 198 mutants left on Earth when there used to be a million. So it's a powerful page. I love this page. It's going to stay in my collection forever, like most of these pages. So yeah. Next up is this Andy Kubert Superman page. This came from a 100-page giant that they sold at Walmart. Tom King was the writer, and Sandra Hope was the inker on it, and she signed it. So all three of them have signed at the bottom: Andy, Tom, and Sandra. And it's got Superman in every panel, and this was a good story. Superman's adrift. Each issue was a standalone story, but it had a thread going out through the whole thing where a little Earth child was kidnapped, and Superman says he'll go out and find her. So the main storyline was that, and then each issue was an individual story about something else. Like this one was actually about an alien, and he saves Superman, and Superman's going to die, and he gives up his life so that Superman can live, because he's seen his life through his cameras that monitor his brain and soul, and figure out that Superman, if he were to live, would save billions of lives. And if he would give up to it, I mean, the scientists would only save, let's say, at most 100 lives. So do I give up my life for Superman, who's going to save countless and countless others? And he does. I just loved that issue, and I had to get a page from it, and that was available, so I bought it. This is an Amazing Spider-Man page by Ryan Ottley with Boomerang, Peter, and Spider-Man. In this issue, well, this little story arc, Spider-Man and Peter were separated at a gas went through a lab when Peter was fighting somebody. And so they're separate, and like Spider-Man has no responsibility, and Peter's just trying to get his powers back and his body back, so they're merged again. So he has, at this point in time, also Fred Meyer's boomerang, and Peter and were roommates in an apartment together with Robbie Robertson as well. And so he has Boomerang steal this equipment, and then he drives off, and Boomerang, I love that panel of Boomerang just standing there going, what the heck just happened? There's Peter trying to use that machine again to fuse them back together. Okay, this is from an Action Comics issue. It's got Steel, Superboy, Superman, Supergirl, and these two villains, Cancer and Ignition. And this is when Man of Action, guys that did Ben 10 and all that. This is the artist was Duncan Rouleau, and I met him at a con a few years, well, a long time ago actually now. And he signed it at the very bottom for me after I bought it, signed it with Men of Action in his name. Just a cool page, you know, Action, Superman, Steel, and Superboy, and Supergirl. Just a cool page. This is a Liam Sharp Wonder Woman page. It comes from the Greg Rucka written series. So you got Cheetah and Wonder Woman at the very top panel, and her talking to members of Steve Trevor's band or army members, and they're asking if she's asking them if they've seen Steve Trevor, and they said no, he was with us, but I don't know where he's at now, Diana. So she's worried about Steve. It's just a gorgeous page. I love the close-up of it. I love the very top panel where she's all smiley and Cheetah. And just a cool page. Next up are two pencil pages. First one up is, this is a Fantastic Four page by Mike Wieringo, and it comes from the Hereafter arc, which was when Ben Grimm, the Thing, was killed, and he died, and he was in the arc is called Hereafter. And so Reed's trying to get Ben's body back, or soul back into his body, because he's got him hooked up to a monitor, and he just knows that he's still alive out there. And Johnny and Sue are trying to, you know, just say, hey, maybe Ben is happy he's in heaven. You know, why do you want to go get him? And he's like, he's my friend. I have to get him. And at this point in the story, Reed got his face melted on this side with his plastic body, you know, his stretching body. And by the end of this arc, they meet the one above all, like it's God. And they walk into this room, and it's like Jack Kirby sitting at his artist table. And he just picks up his eraser, erases the, you know, burnt, damaged side of his face, and then draws it back in like it's fine. And all four Fantastic Four members go back. And I love that art. I love Mark Waid and Mike Wieringo's run on Fantastic Four. Still to this day, I reread it every year. And I'm just so happy I was able to buy this. I bought this actually from Mike. This and another page as well. And this is another one of those pages that I'll never let it go. I'll keep it forever. This page is a Jay Lee page, a very, very interesting Jay Lee page. He penciled it out, didn't like it, and then redrew it, and with a more stylized, the Jean Grey and Cyclops on the original splash. This is the first page. It's more like she's like dancing. It's weird. I really like this, and when it came up for sale, I bought like four pages from of Jay Lee's art from that, and this is the only one I kept. The other one was from a couple pages from the annual, and then another X Factor page with Jamie Madrick on it. So I like this one. I just love the Jay Lee's pencils on it, and to see, I love looking at original art and seeing what an artist does. And this just was a perfect fit for me. Next up is a page from Amazing Spider-Man 54. It was during the Last Rites storyline by Nick Spencer. And it's got the Sin Eater, Spider-Gwen, Miles, Spider-Woman, Julie Carpenter, as she had the powers of Madam Web at this time, and Silk were all in this. So it's a panel, it's got all of them. It's an action panel. I loved it. I own a couple pages from this artist as Takeshi Miyazawa. And yeah, just a great page, action page. And this one, this is another one of those that I'll never let go, and I love it so much. It's from the Max. It's actually from the Wizard half issue. It's the first page from it. It's got the logo on there, the Max logo, and Sam Kieth signed it down here. And there's the Max right here in his civilian clothes, and two kids just talking about the Max character. I was shocked that this page was on the market, and there's a few pages that came up for sale, and I was just hoping for one of them, and I got it, and it's the best. I love looking at it. I can look at it every day, and so yeah, that's about it for that. I do miss him. Sam Kieth was such a nice guy, and such a fantastic artist. And he's not with us any longer. So just a cool page from Max. It was a great series. I liked it a lot. It was one of the few Image comics that I kept up with. That and Savage Dragon. But yeah, a Max page by Sam Kieth.